Hello? Hello? Hello. Sorry about that. I pressed go live and then I needed to go get something to drink, so I stepped away. I have returned. Hello, Fantazap. Finally not missing one of these? Bro, you've missed quite a bit, I think. We are doing a really cool build. Good morning, Noodles. We're doing a really cool build. Check out our block palette. You have any guesses? You have any guesses based on our block palette what it is that we're building? You're probably not going to guess it. Spoiler alert. While you mull that over. Where did these pumpkins come from? Who did this? I got trolled. Blueberry muffin? Close. Close. It's a giant diamond sword. Close, though. So close. Check this out. Okay, check this out. It's nighttime? Hold on. What? I'm breaking in. Okay. Hi, Eva. How are you? Isn't it really late for you, Eva? You should get some sleep. You should go to bed. You're great. That's good to hear. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, picture pod. Alright. Just about to say I won't stay long. No worries. No worries. So the project that's going on right now, the thing that I'm building, you can probably already see it in the background. It's only 10 p.m. Oh, okay. We're going to turn the Guardian Farm into a diamond sword. I was really close. I know, you were basically spot on. We're going to make the Guardian Farm look like a big old sword. Because I think that that's just going to look sick. I think that's just going to look awesome. I'm tempted to put a gold crown floating above it as a Technoblade reference. Not entirely sure just yet. You're working on a comic? That's really cool, Eva. That's really cool. But yeah, this is the current build that we're working on. So far, we've finished the handle. Basically, we just replaced some of the glass with some sea lanterns, and then up at the top, we got this like a little gem in the hilt. It's not technically finished. I need to put part of the handle like right there going up. But yeah. I might need to turn around the storage system. In fact, I almost certainly need to turn around the storage system to make it all fit together properly. Will that really be much better? You keep hearing thunder? Oh. Down to VC? Sure, actually. Give me a second, though. I need to get a bunch of prismarine out of the storage system. I don't currently have a way to get into the storage system easily. Really? It only has 2? Okay, what about the other side? It's deep and loud? Interesting. Oh, that's so much better. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me get rid of some junk. Most of everything I'm carrying is stuff I care about, so I guess we're just gonna load it all into here instead. Jeez, sorry for the sneeze. Okay. Let's call the Phantazap.
Hello there.
What?
How fares he, Judge?
What did you just call me?
I said hello there.
What color should my character's Raven and Abyss's eye color be?
Green.
Purple and black.
I see how it is. You want to see a cool bird, Judge? It's like a bird, but cool.
Sure.
Alright. For the sake of, like, doing some testing stuff within the Cobblemon add-on,
Mm-hmm.
I went ahead and, like, quickly set up a model for a beta version of a Pokemon that did get in.
Yeah.
And one of the ones that was, like, simple to do and also just iconic is Murkrow. And I think they came out very nice.
Heck yeah.
Cool bird. Zap. Hello there!
It is a cool bird.
I agree, Eva. It is a cool bird. Look what they took from us. Murkrow is great, but they could have had Hat. They de-hatted both Murkrow and... what was it? Delibird. They were both, like, packing a hat back in the Space World demo. Let's see here. I think, or was it? No, it was Delabird's moveset, not their design that got nerfed. You know how, like, Delibird only has present?
Yeah.
It originally did have a full-on moveset in the demo. No, they did de-hat Delibird. I was right. Hold up. Let me send you art that someone made of... This is what Delibird looked like in the demo. Remember what they took from us.
That looks awesome.
Dude, at some point, I don't know if I've shown you it, but, like, at some point I need to show you the Reishi B. That's a artist that, like, made Sugimori art of all the cut Pokemon from the Space World demo.
Yeah.
They have, like, a Dropbox full of it. I gotta show you them all at some point. We actually have that artist in, like, the Discord for working on the add-on. They give input and stuff.
Oh, heck yeah.
They on the team.
That's awesome.
Real. Alright, so how's the... What needs to happen for the blueberry muffin to be a thing?
You can build it whenever you move on.
True. When's the next time you have, like, a day off work so you can figure some of that stuff out?
Day off work. Me. I like your words, funny man.
I like your magic words. Or was it, I don't fucking remember the quote. Wait.
Whoa! All right, you're not moving in.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
The blueberry muffin. I'm setting it on fire. If you ever build it here.
It's the Zappenheimer homeless arc.
Eva sent the Eva just sent the upset face. You're in trouble.
I saw. I have the chat open, and I burn me at the stake along with the muffin. I guess that's my bad.
In all reality, I don't realistically have a day off for like over a week. To be honest with you, like I have a day that I don't go to work, but I wouldn't say that it's a day off. I have a lot of stuff I have to get done that day.
That's fair. We're gonna have to like figure some stuff out because our last conversation didn't go great in that regard.
Yeah, I don't.
Crap is expensive.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what we're gonna do.
Yeah. I'm on a ticking time bomb. I got till the 31st before I'm out on the streets.
Of July,
31st
right?
of July.
Okay.
Of July.
I was about to say. Something was clearly not communicated if you meant you have 4 days.
No. That would entirely be on me if that was the case.
Yeah, I'd be like, no. No. Sorry. Good luck.
You had a good run, bud. But no, I've got until July. So, like, we'll hopefully configure something. Let's see here. Oh. Did I send you... Something very funny got leaked. So... Or not leaked, but, what was the word? Archived.
Mm-hmm.
So, I sent you a message the other day saying that I made slight history and that we have a stream we need to do at some point.
Yes.
Okay. So, basically, way back in the... Your tooth is so annoying. Have you considered buying a new tooth, Eva? So way back in the good old year of 2012, Lego and Mojang were working together on a game that never got released called Brickcraft, which literally was basically just like kind of like a Lego Minecraft type thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it didn't have a survival mode yet. We had a couple of screenshots and it seemed just like a simple Lego building type thing. A build of that has been archived. We have Brickcraft now. It never got released, it had gotten cancelled. Notch said that it was going to be a first-person shooter, but it plays more like Minecraft pre-classic. I may have been the first ever person to post an actual build on there, and not just like random blocks placed, like outside of Mojang themselves. And
Wow.
it was a bloody Among Us crewmate.
You're just disappointing. You know that? You're just a disappointing person.
I saw it leaked, speedran downloading it, built it, and posted it into the Discord, and then people were like, the first build that's been posted here, and it's a hecking crewmate. And I was also the very first person to ever stream it, so
That's clean.
we're vibing.
That's clean.
That is clean. I streamed it for like several hours. First just like messing around building random things, and then I wanted to see what would happen if I like ran out of a type of block.
Yeah.
So if anyone ever makes a video essay on that and needs several hours of stock footage of just placing random blocks all over the place, I will not be surprised if that ends up getting used in something. We gotta stream it at some point though, because here's the thing, Judge. It has working multiplayer.
That's incredible.
Like, it's an incredibly bare bones game. And it's not made in Java, so it's difficult to, like, decomp it. but it has multiplayer. So, like, it could be funny. Zap? Hi, Eva. Hello. So, hold up. I already installed the new tooth. The old one is just there. Have you considered buying a new mouth?
What is Blood Waffle on about?
Eva is just on the struggle bus, and I am giving valid suggestions to solve every problem they have ever had. No, I will do that. See? I have the best ideas. No one has as good of ideas as I do. Oh my goodness, fish.
What about it?
Have fish.
What
This is great news. You can finally have fish.
What do you mean?
You had fish in the chest. You have fish.
Yeah,
Oh my
yes,
goodness.
I've had fish for a long time.
You have fish. I'm gonna take a drink of water. If you can't tell, I'm a little bit. Yeah, we're trying our best today.
Failing, but sure,
Well,
we're trying.
trying and failing are not exclusive, okay? And what matters is that you try your best, and if your best is absolute dog water, then hopefully it makes someone feel better about themselves because of how bad you are, right? Like, comparison. It's great. Getting tired, good night. You go have a wonderful rest of your night. Think
Bye,
about what I
Eva.
said. Think about buying a new mouth. That's what you need to dream about.
Good night, Eva.
That's how you get things done. Good night. Big stretch. So is that gonna be like the hilt of the sword? That item sorter you got?
Yes.
Or like the handle, whatever that side part's called?
Yeah, the wrist guard.
Yeah, that's the word.
Okay, Zap.
Why do we need a wrist guard? Just... yeah?
Alright, so build question for you. Or sorting system question for you. This thing up above, it's just a bunch of chests to collect items, and there's 6 in sequence, so that there's no chance of overflow. Or very low chance of overflow. But then, when we get down here, it reaches an item sorter. Okay? So...
okay.
Do I do this? Or do I have that one that I just placed go down and then do this?
I mean, from what I'm looking at, from the stuff that I see, like... oh, okay, I see what you're doing. Okay, your stream just got caught up. So, if you have... I'm trying to think about this. So no matter what, right,
Yep.
that first hopper of the sorting system, that's like your bottleneck,
It
right?
is, yes, absolutely.
Like, no matter how many things you have going into that hopper, so whether you have the one going from the chest or like 2 going into it,
Yeah.
that isn't going to help the speed because it's going into one hopper, right?
Yeah.
So like, it really doesn't particularly matter. I would save on the resources and only have the one going from that chest
Okay.
straight down. Because like, practically speaking, the hopper is outputting things at the same speed regardless of what's going into it.
Yeah,
You're not working with hopper minecarts.
correct.
Hopper minecarts are cracked in terms of item distribution, but hoppers are kind of sluggish.
Yeah, that's why I have six chests in sequence, so that even if the sorting is slow, I can have literally such a massive amount of like overflow before it would actually have any loss, right?
I will say,
Yeah.
as someone who has built many just even generic mob farms, it's not as low a chance of overflow as you think if you're there for like more than 10 minutes. I don't know how long you use it at a time, but like
Well,
items pile up quickly,
here's the
especially
thing.
if you have looting.
Here's the thing. There's two.
That's fair.
Only half of the items come this way, in theory.
My point still kind of stands if you're not like clearing out the chests that it goes to pretty frequently.
Oh, I mean,
Well, I guess that's also
if
that's
the
an
chest,
overflow to
yeah,
sort.
that would be an
That's not
overflow anyway. Yeah, that wouldn't matter.
Okay. So you're gonna have like more storage that it's going into. That's fair. Okay, I think it should hold. It should hold. If you have like 2 of that amount of like a buffer before the sorter, I think it'll hold. You can also always set up like a extra overflow thing on here, like with what you have with that chest, right? You can
Yeah.
always set that up to like drop things into lava or something.
Well, the
Just
far
so that it
overflow
doesn't
chest,
clog up the sorter.
the far overflow chest is it gets the junk. I'm not having it sort tropical fish, pufferfish, or salmon, and those only get in here if those fish accidentally get sent through the system. It's like
So if you have the entire buffer overflow, that will start taking other things, like in the chance that.
Oh
it
yeah,
does.
yeah. If
So you might want to be ready to have it destroy.
yeah, if that happens, then yeah, I'll clean it out. Or when that occurs, I'll clean it out. But for now, it's just getting the junk. Where did those chests go that I just broke?
F3B.
Chest. Let's see. There we go.
Aha.
Now I can swim through all of this junk. The only thing I'll pick up is chests because my inventory's full. Haha.
I guess you won't pick up chests.
Yes, I will.
I don't think you will.
I just did. I just picked up all the chests.
I think you're lying to me. I think you're lying to my face. Where's my charger? My phone is about to die. Violently.
Good night, Eva. Did I already say that?
Yeah. I don't think anyone's talked in chat since Eva passed out. I think it's because they hate us.
My ocean-only streams have been doing surprisingly well lately.
I mean, you've been streaming a good amount recently.
Yeah. It's true.
Like, it doesn't have to be every day for this to still be, like, more than you normally do. Frankly, I welcome it. Even if I keep being, like, stuck doing something else or being passed the heck out. I've been up to many a shenanigans of late. Oh, do you know what the cute charm glitch is?
I've heard about it. I don't know exactly what it is.
Okay. So, I'm doing a very funny playthrough of my Pearl save, right?
Yeah, yeah.
There is a glitch. Okay. So you know like the ability cute charm in
Yeah.
Pokemon, right?
Yeah.
Nothing too crazy. It's like when a Pokemon of the other gender hits you, it has a chance to apply Attract. Nothing crazy.
Yeah.
So, it has an out-of-battle effect as well, where it basically has, like, I want to say around a 60% chance, but I can check. It has, like, a pretty good chance of forcing a wild encounter? Forcing a wild encounter? Forcing a wild encounter to be the opposite gender, right?
Yeah.
And in most generations, it does that through some method, some relatively sane method, I think. I don't know how off the top of my head, but this glitch only happens in Gen 4, basically. In Gen 4, it goes ahead and sets the wild Pokemon to have one of 25 personality values. And those are like basically something generated on any given Pokemon that determines its stats, its nature, its shininess. So if you have a certain trainer ID and secret ID that correspond to that pool of 25 values, correspond to some of them being shiny, then when you have a cute charm Pokemon in your, like, at your lead, if it activates, you have much higher shiny odds, right? If any of those personality values would cause a Pokemon to be shiny. And you can get that to where, like, 8 of the 25 values are, like, shiny.
Yeah.
And then with, like, the percent of it triggering on any encounter, it basically comes to your shiny odds being about a 1 in 5 chance of, like, any Pokemon being shiny.
That's awesome.
No, yeah. There's a couple of caveats. It doesn't work on genderless Pokemon, and it doesn't work on Pokemon that have, like, a set gender, so, like, 100% of the time.
Yeah.
But anything that has, like, any other percent, you can get down to, like, a 1 in 5 chance. It requires, like, RNG manipulation at the start of the game to get a trainer ID and a secret ID to be ones that would work.
Yeah.
I guess, like, in theory, you could get it through soft resetting, but, like, you don't have any way of knowing, I guess, until you catch a shiny Pokemon naturally at full odds, calculate your secret ID from that, and then see. So, like, practically speaking, you do the RNG manipulation once at the start of your save, but then you just have 1 in 5 shiny odds, which is very nice. Like, I have only been catching shiny Pokemon in the save, and I've almost filled up a box, and I only have 2 gym badges so far. It's also going to be nice for the post-game, because there's one shiny legendary that I will be able to get with ease. I want to say, like, the only legendary Pokemon that has neither a set gender or is genderless is Heatran. So I'll be able to get an easy shiny Heatran, which will be very fun. So that's, like, been one of the things I've been goofing around with for a little bit. And then the last thing is I've also been playing through a ROM hack that a friend made on my Switch. Having a modded Switch is fucking lovely.
Bro.
Freaking... No one's in chat! I forgot.
There's VODs. There's VODs.
I got too comfortable. It was relaxing. I was vibing, man. You really gonna interrupt my vibe like that, man? Honestly, man. That's crazy. I feel like I've been doing better about swearing in general, which makes it funnier that this has accidentally happened twice this stream. In like the one instance where I don't need to be doing it.
Something wrong with you.
We've established this. This isn't news.
Something wrong with you. Trusted you. You know that? Trust.
Listen.
It's an important thing, Fanazat.
Uh-huh.
Some people value it more than others.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Yep. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. We can finally be bees. That temple looks so cool.
My drained one, or?
Yeah. I'm just like seeing it from all the way up top. It's like you punched a hole in the world. Which, the world's just water, but still counts. I hope you know, whenever I am, like, over there, right, and I'm able to join via LAN, my entire goal is going to be trying to set up one of those ocean drainers, going out a little bit, draining a mass of the ocean, and then starting my ocean optional series. It's gonna be great.
You do you, Fanazap. You do you.
Listen, I'm just saying, like, why would you live in an ocean-only world, right? Like, are you a fish? I'm not a fish.
I'm better than.
Don't need to subject yourself to that.
I'm better than.
You could live a life of luxury, my friend.
Kind of do. I have the whole world to myself.
Say that, but you're.
Think about it like this, right? I've never been thirsty. And quite frankly...
Okay, but like you've never had a burger. And that invalidates your argument.
But I have had sushi.
I mean, yeah. But have you had a good burger, though? With some fries?
I
like,
mean,
sushi's good.
I've had pork burgers because of Hoglan's.
It's fair. I don't know, like, I feel like burgers are one of those foods, right, where it's like, you can name a million things that are, like, better than them, right? But I think, like, every once in a while, you need to have a good burger. Just kind of like you will get a craving for one eventually. Like, even if you can say sushi is just better, like, I will enjoy sushi more than I probably would a really good hamburger or a really good cheeseburger. You gotta have a really good cheeseburger at some point, right? Or else you will lose it. That's like one of my most common cravings. Like, I can go a couple of months and then I get this like inexplicable urge to just maul a cow, right?
Maybe you just don't like cows. You thought about that?
Well, like, if it weren't for cows, I wouldn't have burgers, just like you. There's technically a couple of ways you could get cows.
There aren't.
But you don't want to do any downgrading to an April Fool's update shenanigans.
No, I
so
don't.
Unfortunately, you're shit out of luck.
I ain't cheating for no burger.
Well, that's a downgrade. But what if, like, an April Fool's update comes out after the fact, and it does have an ability to get cows.
I don't want to mess up my world's integrity with any of the nonsense that they put into April Fool's updates.
So you're saying you don't trust the flotator?
No.
You don't want to like move a mob spawner with the flotator and then realize there's not actually a way to turn it off?
No.
And watch as your mob spawner goes into the abyss, the endless void. I think you can like catch it and you have to like turn the world off and on. There's some goofiness with that block. So you're telling me you don't want the USB charging block in Ocean only?
No, can't say I do. We got no cell phones here, and I don't want to change that.
Alright, I'm adding TikTok to Ocean only. That's gonna be my mission when I get there.
You're homeless again.
I'm about to be.
Yeah, at this rate, yeah, we need to figure that out.
Is there like 2 days is a weekend? Are you not given like weekends from work?
What do you mean?
Like, is there any possible way that we could just get like a rental car or something? Because wasn't there issues with your car? Maybe that would be cheaper.
Why did that?
A hopper needs to be powered for it to like not be getting stuff. So let me look at what you have. Can you give me a side view?
Oh.
Yeah, those torches are far from those hoppers.
Yeah, they need to be where the chest is pooped out. Okay, I gotta turn the chests around and then put the torch where the chest is. That's what I'm doing. Okay.
You can figure something out. Just gotta be on a day where you have like some amount of free time.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know, man. That doesn't happen very often.
I'm a little bit scared.
I
We'll
mean,
figure something out, I think, hopefully.
it might come down to just
Uh,
begging all of our friends for help until somebody says yes.
Honestly, that might be what we gotta do. Like, at a bare minimum, we have until July 31st before I have to be gone, right?
Yeah.
But also, that means, like, the closer we get to that, any sliver of a chance of getting a moving company, which I don't think is going to work, because I do think they're all just, like, going to cost multiple paychecks worth.
I can't afford that, yeah.
Yeah, like, there's... So, like, if there does magically happen to be one that was cheap enough, and we're just both completely blind, I don't think that's the case. I think they're just expensive as heck. Then the closer we get to that 31st mark, that's also not going to be an option. So, we'll figure something out. Right now we streaming, so we vibing. Let's see. Do I want? At some point, Judge, do you want to help me test a thing?
Sure.
Bet. This is more on the little Cobblemon add-on, right?
Mm-hmm.
One thing that I've been working on, I think I sent you screenshots of like basically billboards in the add-on with like images of cut Pokemon slapped onto them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they are technically all implemented, right? Like, they have a species file, they have whatever I'd need to, like, add the actual data. So one thing that I've been working on is getting actual, like, Pokemon data, moves, abilities, types, all that, put in for the ones that I've gotten there. You want to help battle test with those at some point?
Oh, sure.
That'll be fun. Right, so yeah, now those ones are gonna be powering those bottom hoppers. Which means that they won't be able to take items from the middle hoppers, which, with how you have those set up, that should be good. Or did it?
What? I hate that you can shift and then stand on a spot where you fall if you unshift. I hate that. I've always hated that.
Mojang. Maybe you have like some slight micro momentum or something. Lost a button. How could you do this to the button?
I wasn't paying rent.
Because you hate buttons?
Remind you of anyone?
Huh?
I said he wasn't paying rent. Does it remind you of anyone?
I'm gonna help with the bill.
I'm
actively paying rent right now. Like, no, I don't think it does remind me of anyone. It reminds me of you. You're not paying rent.
Yeah, I am.
You are?
Yes.
Oh.
I pay bills every month.
That's not rent.
It's included in the bills.
I thought like you had your own house.
It's not okay. It's not rent. It's property taxes. It might as well be rent.
Okay, might as well be rent is still less rent than what I am actually paying, right? Like, I am paying rent, you are paying might as well be rent. So, therefore, it reminds me more of you than it does of me. This is my actually for the day, okay? Yeah, you can either move that chest up or you can have the hopper going into it. I can't call it, I can't say the word. My mega corporation home is playing Minecraft music right now. I'm vibing. If I speak its name, it'll get all clingy. I'll be like, oh hey, what do you need? What do you need? I'm gonna listen to your every word. It's a stalker. Alright, Judge, what I'm gonna need you to do is put a fish into a bucket, like one of those water fish into a bucket, and toss it in with the guardians, and you gotta feed them. You gotta feed your pets, okay? I know you've been letting them starve all this time, but they need food. They're hungry, Judge. They're hungry. They're hungry. They need food.
They ate my pets.
They're starving. They pay rent, Judge.
No, they don't.
They literally do.
They don't.
They give you far more material wealth than anything else on the... They may as well be.
Nah, it's not property tax.
It's not property tax, it's life insurance.
It's the lack thereof, actually.
Well, no, like, you're collecting on their life insurance. Or, what is it life insurance? What's the one where, like, you collect on after a person dies?
That is life insurance, but, like, they don't have life insurance. This farm is a PSA on why, if you're a guardian, you should have life insurance.
This is the Guardian Life Alert ad.
It is.
I've spawned and I can't get out.
Were you unlucky enough to be generated in a world played by a hardcore player? Life
You
alert
may be
is
entitled
there
to
for you.
financial compensation. I'm just saying, these Guardians have one heck of a class action against Mojang. Just seeing them die in front of it. Those poor guys. But also, like, they're annoying, so it's hard to feel bad for them, you know?
No,
Like,
they're actually horrible.
they're very stabbable. So what if every day I wake up and choose violence? They deserve it, okay?
Exactly. See, now you're cooking with gas, fans.
This is a hate crime. Hold up, Drowsy's alone in a VC. I need to go, like, bazinga him. One sec. Wait, what should I say to Drowsy? What should I say?
Say, why aren't you watching Judge's stream, you fake fan?
Alright, but... Okay, so I went to go say that, and I joined the VC, and then Drowsy went, ah, and then left the call.
Oh. You know,
I
fair
think
enough.
Drowsy got mauled by a bear. Like, that sounded like a getting mauled by a bear moment,
Yeah, fair
if I
enough.
had to guess. Also, recommendation if you want to have, like, the sorters need less items, use signs instead of seeds. Signs or bowls or something that's like a stack to 16, right?
What?
So basically, the way that the hoppers are getting powered on and off is due to how much is in them.
Yeah.
But it's not how many items, it's the percentage that it's filled, right? So if instead of using buttons or seeds as the filler thing for the sorter, and instead you use, say, signs or bowls, something that stacks up to 16 instead of 64, they take up a higher percentage of hopper, which would mean that you technically, like, don't need as many of the item that you're sorting for in there.
Yeah.
Practically speaking, it probably doesn't matter to you, considering it's like you're gonna be getting a metric ton of them, but especially for something where it's like more valuable, say like diamonds or something, if you're ever doing an item sorter with something that like you're not gonna have that much of, then using signs is generally better, just because it's like you don't need as much of the item to sort for it.
Guess that's fair. But
Hmm.
yeah, like you said, I don't for these things.
It
in
doesn't
particular,
matter here.
Yeah, I don't. I don't need any of that.
You're just too cool for an optimal item sorter. You are being inefficient.
You're homeless again.
I feel like making Fractured Zap homeless is a dangerous game. I don't know how that would go, right? I think we just... How does the power scaling of Fractured characters go into the real world? Like, what hell are we unleashing on this planet? If, like, JD showed up.
If JD showed up in real life,
Yeah, like, how does that play out?
well, we have very soft gods in comparison. In real life, right? Like, it's not really so much gods that are doing the damage. It's more like the people who follow religions are using God's name to get away with doing damage, right? So he wouldn't really be anti-God because there is no physical proof of gods actually being real. There is that in Fractured, right? Obviously. So he has an adversary. He would just be like an atheist politician. Like he would just be a secular politician that's like, hey, separation
So
of church
I'm
and state
talking
is
like
really
the
important.
power scaling of him.
I
right?
mean, he's just a guy that
'Cause if
can't die. That's it. That's the only thing that's
he's a
interesting.
guy that can't die with like he knows soul enchanting stuff. Like he's spooky. Or like soul potion brewing.
I mean, if he had access to blaze rods, then yeah, I guess that would make him scary. But like those things don't exist. That's just knowledge. It's not like a power, right?
I guess.
He knows how to make those potions, yes, but because he wouldn't be in a place where he has those
I
ingredients.
guess it like depends on what he's like what he has on him when he shows
Yeah.
up. If it's just him, then like that's one thing. If he's bringing like his kit by the end of Fractured,
He's
like whatever he normally rolls up with.
Actually, I
then
think
he's
I
just
know what the phrase.
terrifying.
There's a phrase for this in character design. It's like his power is potential energy, not kinetic energy, right? You can have a character who is powerful, like you can have Ichigo from Bleach, who's like he's a Quincy and a Soul Reaper and a Hollow, so he has all of the 3 power levels or all 3 of the power scales from the universe. So Quincy's can't beat him because he has Quincy powers, so he matches them, but then he also has Soul Reaper and Hollow powers, so he can beat them. And then Hollows can't beat him because he has Hollow powers, but he also has Soul Reaper powers and Quincy powers, so he like outmaneuvers them, and so on and so forth, right? Like, if you move a character like Ichigo into real life and he keeps all of those powers, yeah, that's crazy.
Like
But
the innate traits to them versus material.
right. Whereas JD, he's just a smart guy. He's just a smart guy who's really dedicated, and his power is he's very determined and stubborn. The only power that he has, and it's less of a power, it's more of a curse, as he would call it, is he can't die, right? So that would be really the only thing that I think he takes with him. He would still take his personality. I think he'd be relatively successful in life. He'd be the kind of guy who's like
a little bit more durable as well, just coming from like block game universe. He's probably a bit more like strong.
Well, that's true. Yeah, like he definitely is has like a really high pain tolerance, I would assume. Because in Minecraft you just naturally get hurt more than you do in real life, unless you're really right.
Like if we assume he takes at least like some of the strength from Minecraft, just like being a character from that verse, he at least comes in with like higher durability and like he's just a very strong person. Like he'd give the world's strongest bodybuilders probably a run for their money just by being there.
That's true, yeah. Being able to carry around an entire inventory of gold blocks.
No, yeah. Like some actual like what not evidence. Evidence isn't the right word. But like on Pelagia, bro took gunshots and was just vibing, right?
That's true, yeah. Well,
it's kind of scary. He's like a super soldier.
This is actually a thing. You might be surprised how much of a gun's damage to you is psychological. We have this fantastical view of guns as this like killing object, and for intents and purposes it absolutely is, but a lot of guns being so effective against you is your brain associating guns with death. Like there was this like story that my friend told me in high school of this guy who like robbed a bank or robbed a store or something, and when he got caught in the middle of it and he tried to run from the police officer that was chasing him shot at him with a gun, and the guy fell over and died, right? And the cop was like, okay, I hit him. When they did an autopsy, he was never hit. The bullet did not hit him. He heard the gunfire, and his brain was just like, I'm dead. We just got shot, I'm dead. And he died. But because,
That's
you know,
spooky.
it's kind of freaky. But JD wouldn't have that kind of association or fear with guns. He doesn't see guns as like an instant kill machine because, you know, well,
They
first of all,
just
bro,
aren't for him.
yeah, they aren't, and bro can't die. So yeah, I do think that some of that durability would carry over for sure.
I think he's definitely like pretty spooky then. Like he's not like, say you're tossing bloody Saitama into the real world or something, right? But like he's basically got like Final Fantasy Super Soldier durability. Like if you ever played Final Fantasy VII, like Cloud just taking Gatling guns and being fine, right? Like, it's hurting him, he's taking damage, but it's not just killing him on the spot. And then he's got, like, that Frisk Undertale, I respawn. What are you gonna do about it, right? So I think he'd be scary. I think he'd be... You don't want to piss him off.
The things that would actually definitely be like a threat from him would be like anything that he brought over from Minecraft. Like any Minecraft character bringing things from Minecraft into real life would be a problem, right? But JD bringing things from Minecraft,
one redstone block.
yeah, a redstone block or a beacon, both of those in their own way would constitute infinite power, right?
Yeah.
Infinite electricity if you have the right like conversion tools hooked up to it. JD would be more effective than your average Minecraft Steve at using Minecraft things to his benefit. So I guess in a perfect world he'd be like anti-tyranny.
Does he have, like... He doesn't like people that play at gods. Like, that
Correct.
is a thing. But,
Correct.
like, in his universe, usually people playing at gods are, like, actually having a risk of, like, putting themselves at the level of one, right? Like, it's usually not all talk. It's not like, yeah, I'm a god, right? Like, I'm torturing all these people, I'm basically a god. It's like, no, there is actual precedent for people getting that sort of level, which I think makes that even worse, right? Versus, like, here you have people that are definitely, like, playing like gods, having that kind of complex, but they're never going, like, they're all gonna die, right? Half of them are already senile. So it's like, I wonder how that would play out for him. Like, what would his thought process even be? Because for half of them, he's just, like, kicking a baby if he does it, right? The baby deserves it, mind you, but compared to what he's fought, right?
I think he would still take it just as seriously. Because it's like a relativity thing where it's like you're correct that the people who are trying to become a god in like Fractured SMP or people who lust for power in Cryptid Craft SMP or vice versa, they have a higher ceiling of like damage that they're likely to cause if they acquire it, right? Like that's definitely a thing. But the people who live in those worlds are also relatively equipped to handle it because, you know, they're also relatively immortal, right? In real life, yes, the problem people are mortal, but so are their victims. So in theory, they're still like a huge problem. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, it does. Like, I was wondering, like, what his thought process on it would be. Like, that... So that is valid. That makes sense. I'm thinking about it. I think, honestly, if Fractured Zap ended up in the real world, they'd probably get shot. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. Like, there's nothing to work with. With what you said earlier, right? The whole
Yeah.
like a character's potential power versus like kinetic power, right?
Yeah.
I always describe them like when they show up in any given world as a glorified homeless person, right?
Yeah.
There's the knowledge of of the multiverse, and if given the materials to do stuff with that knowledge, then they are absolutely horrifying, right? But if they show up in some place, like
Hi, zombie girl.
they're weaker physically. Hello. They're weaker physically than JD. Still like Minecraft durability, so they'd be strong, but they're canonically a scrawny little goober, right? I guess like post-fractured part 1, if they're keeping power from Malvir, if they're still getting like some of that siphoned, then they'd be terrifying. If it's just like if it's before that, then they're nothing special, I think. Not in the context of like our world. If they're getting power from Malvir, then they're probably not sticking around there. Just because there's no point in it, I think. How it going? Oh, we're rambling. We're doing what we in the business call... What time is it for you? 2 a.m.?
1:52. Yeah.
2 a.m. rambling. It's 1 a.m. for me. See who's coming to TwitchCon. Tickets are on sale and our streamer lineup is live. No. I need to get 400 more channel points so I can dad joke.
Sorry, I only dad joke for people who live in homes.
What the heck? What the heck?
Yeah, homeless people can't use the dad joke.
That's a dad joke, right? That was the dad joke that you were telling?
Sure. Whatever makes you feel better. Sorry, I don't speak Italian.
Damn. Darn.
You got problems, you know that?
I know. One of my problems is you're about to make me homeless.
Don't blame me for this. To be fair, I gave
Miso, are you hearing this?
big heads up, like, hey, I need you to be the one to sort out how you're getting here with your stuff. And you were like, I got you. Now I understand
And
that
then moving turned out to be expensive.
I understand that part isn't something that you anticipated. However, I did my due diligence. I was like, hey, this part I can't accommodate. You gotta do that part. I can do the rest.
That's fair.
Not to say you're out of luck or anything. It's just like I'm not gonna help you, but that is to say, my conscience is clear. No offense. No offense. My conscience is clear.
Miso, I have bad news, bud. His conscience is clear. We might be screwed. Okay, see, this is why I could never multi-stream. I'm like switching between both YouTube and Twitch chat to see if anybody says it. And that's annoying. I don't like it.
Why would you switch between them? You know there's this thing called pop-out chat, right, Zap?
Hold up, I'm remembering how to do that on Twitch. I've not touched it in years. Alright. this is scuffed, but it... Okay, position that one. Does YouTube have pop out? Oh my goodness, it does.
It does.
Second monitor strats.
Now you're cooking with gas.
Now I'm cooking with Jess. Now I can't see your stream, so let's move the Twitch chat to... no. Lower that one towards the side. We'll have 3 windows over here. Best viewers on streamboo.com remove the space? For real?
Yeah, I saw that too. I was pretty excited.
I'm pretty excited too. Like, the best viewers, that's nothing to scoff at, right?
Oh,
like
that's pretty. Yeah, that's elite.
that's better than the worst viewers. That's pretty impressive. Take this time to drink some water, keep yourselves hydrated. Yo, Judge, you gotta drink water, man. Go drink water. Drink water, Judge. Do it. Do it, Judge. Judge, why aren't you drinking water, Judge? Judge,
Sorry,
where's your water?
I don't negotiate with homeless people.
Is this because I swore?
Yep. Glad you understand.
It's like you're saying this a lot. Oh wait, yeah, fair enough. Okay, that guardian beam is horrifying every time it pops up on screen.
I've risked getting hit by it to see if it stacks the damage, and it doesn't. Even if they all shoot you at the same time, you only get hit by one of them.
Iframes.
So it's scarier. It looks scarier than
it
is.
looks horrifying, but yeah. Cause like, regardless of if they all hit you at the same time, it's only like visually at the same time. As far as the code's concerned, it calculates it one at a time, and after the first one, you have iframes, so you're good. Now, if you remove the iframes, then you lost your world.
No, just a totem.
You'd lose more than a totem. That amount of beams, you'd be gone. Because here's the thing, right? Like, if the Pokemon brain in me came up with this as an example. Say you have, like, a Pokemon with a Focus Sash, right? You hit it hard, and it dies. Well, it doesn't die, it tanks it. 1 health, right?
Mm-hmm.
Say you hit that same Pokemon with Bullet Seed. Hitting it multiple times. Like, you land the 5-hit, basically gets the power that first move had, but because it was separate hits, it dies, because Focus Sash only protects you if you were at full health.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, basically, you can bypass it by hitting multiple times, because the same logic that's saving you now, of like, you're getting hit multiple times as far as the code's concerned, so you only get hit the first. That's what would screw you over if you had no iframes. Because, like, yeah, you'd pop a totem, and then you get hit again and again and again and again, right? After the totem's already activated. You could, if you were really skilled, you could probably chug a inventory's worth of totems. I don't know if that'd work. I don't know if it'd be enough, but you'd probably die. pale oak. Such a good wood. When are you gonna update the movie drop? I guess it's not out yet. It's only release candidates.
There's nothing in it that I'm like that I care super much about. At least not that I've seen so far. So it'll probably be a while.
Well, you don't want the lava chicken disc? The
I
single
mean,
most hype item in all of Minecraft ever?
I do want the lava chicken disc. Like, I don't need a whole version just for that. I'll get it eventually.
I see. Fake fan.
Don't get me wrong, Steve's lava chicken is definitely a certified hood classic in the ocean only world. It's just I'm not in a hurry, is all.
One of the funniest comments I've seen regarding that, and like, I can't wait for someone to do this jokingly. I know it won't make any actual sense, but it'll still be funny to see someone do it because Minecraft has a big enough fan base that I know this will happen. A comment pointed out that villagers are singing the lyrics.
Yeah,
right?
they
Like
are.
the villagers sing in that. That is our Rosetta Stone for the villager language.
That's true.
Like, technically speaking, we could at least translate a little bit of the villager language. Now, sure, it might all sound like ha 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 ha, but what if it's not? What if it's more, Judge? It's not more, but it'd be funny. Like, I know someone's going to actually go through the effort of translating it, and it will all just be huh. But it's about the journey, right? The fact that we can means we must. Maybe I'll do that when I'm homeless. Something to do past the time. I'm gonna be right back and need to use the restroom.
Okay. The storage system is finally done. Brilliant. Dripstone's going crazy. Well, the sword is looking pretty swordy. Oh no, I missed one. Oh. Oh.
Alright, I'm back. Is the sword done? I mean the blueberry muffin?
No.
I see. So what have you been doing this whole time? Not baking a blueberry muffin?
Nope.
You haven't not been baking a blueberry muffin. So where
Nope.
is it?
Nope.
It's not a location.
Nope.
I see. Is it because I'm homeless?
Always is. Always will be.
Always
Phantom.
will be. Grabbing my blanket, getting comfy.
Okay.
Is it gonna be stabbing anything other than the ocean?
No, it's just gonna be Well, I'm gonna build the blade all the way down. So technically, yes.
That's fair. Be kind of fun if it had like a massive Elder Guardian corpse.
It would be kind of cool.
See? Stealing all of Phantazap's good ideas and leaving him homeless.
Sorry, I don't steal ideas from homeless people.
You literally have.
We weren't homeless at the time.
I'm not homeless yet. Now's the only chance you have to steal this idea.
That's what you think.
Listen, you literally made the rules. Are you gonna break them?
Try harder.
Those-
Homeless up.
Ah, maybe I will. Sword.
Okay. So,
Do, 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 do.
do I want to match that or do I want to change this? Match it.
How does this look from ground level?
Honestly, kind of incredible. If I do 2 miles.
I'm sorry. The animations of the Guardians, like just trying to poke their head through the glass, is hysterical to me at this hour. Like it gives me the energy of like baby birds inside of a nest trying to like get worms. That's what the Guardians are looking like right now. That was my Guardian impersonation. Rate it 10 out of 10.
That was so good.
I'm so good at this. And you see, homeless people are great at impersonating fish. It's just what we do. How do you think a guardian would taste in real life?
That's a great question. I'd imagine they're basically just like a cube of muscle.
Mm-hmm.
But fish muscle generally tastes pretty good. So it's hard to say.
I mean, they also look... They're made of prismarine to an extent, right?
That's true, actually, yeah. Tastes
Like,
like
there's
eel.
obviously fish in there.
Archie says it tastes like eel.
Have you had a guardian before, Archie?
They said it kind of confidently, so I think they might have eaten eel, eaten guardian before, yeah.
Maybe. Because, like, here's the thing. It's... Like, it's only to an extent that it's made of prismarine. It's got both prismarine and fish, so maybe it's like... Maybe it's got, like, a shell, actually.
That's probably what it is,
And then,
yeah.
like, within the shell is, like, that good old meat.
It's like crab or lobster.
Like, a... Ooh. Because... It's got spines like a pufferfish, but it's not venomous like all pufferfish, right? So they might not be a true pufferfish. Maybe they are more closely related to Hold up, let me pull up a picture of a guardian real quick. We might be doing some game theorying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Pull up a lobster. Need a picture of a whole lobster that's not already cooked. Lobster Wikipedia. Hopefully they have a picture of a living, normal lobster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then Okay, so there are lobsters with 5 pairs of 2 legs each and then 2 claws. Right? So, let's assume from an evolutionary perspective that what if those spines, because they're not venomous, right? So they're not true pufferfish spines. It has an exoskeleton of prismarine, similar to a crustacean. What if its, like, limbs have slowly over time kind of evolved into, like, that vestigial state, where it's mostly using its tail for movement, right? And so it just used the fact that lobster legs are pretty sharp, and, like, specced into that. And kind of, like, mimicked a pufferfish. We might be onto something. And so, therefore, that crustacean taste might be accurate. But then again, I guess Bane of Arthropods would work on it if it was an arthropod. You're thinking electric eels, basically mostly muscle? That's probably the more likely option. Like a shelled eel. Your chat's so empty, it's giving 404 error hype not found. Fix it with dogehype.com. Judge, you gotta fix your chat with dogehype.com. It's the only way.
Well, I'm gonna fix my chat already.
But Judge, they weren't even homeless. Possibly.
They're gone.
I can't believe you just did that in cold blood. Now we'll never know what they tasted like. Wait, what are you doing up there? Farming levels? You dancing? You farming levels while you dance? You dancing while you're farming, dancing while you're levels?
What?
What? What happened?
What are you?
Homeless.
Don't say.
If nothing else, this will make for a good bit.
Might need to just redo the collection system entirely if I want it to fit inside the hilt area.
You could also, because this is gonna be a gargantuan sword, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you could like, you could make the top of it bigger to account for making the wrist guard bigger.
I don't want to.
Because this is... That's fair, but like... For most places, it's not gonna look too big, right? Maybe if you're up close, you'll be like, wow, this is a lot more spacious than I thought, but like... Big sword. Like, I just don't... Those chests were in, like, a little bit farther from there. Then it could be like a cool curve to the hilt. I'm unsure.
I might just design what I want it to look like in creative mode and then just come in and fix it. But it's pretty close to what I want it to be.
At the very least, it looks nicer than it was.
Oh, significantly.
Also, did LEGO make that pause mod? That's sick.
That's not a mod. That's vanilla.
No?
Yes.
What? When did they... You're paused without the GUI.
Yeah, you just hold F3 before you press escape.
What? I'm opening up Minecraft right now. Since when has this been a thing? No one has told me.
It's been a thing for a while. I'll be honest with you.
I am opening up the Space World Mons dev environment. It's probably been here since at least 1.21, right? Okay. I feel like I'm being gaslit because that's the kind of energy this VC has had. I need to see this. I need to know. Uh-oh. Stream did not like me doing that. Look at those stupid little fish. You should splash all of them with strength, invisibility, and speed potions and put them into Blake's space.
Probably not. Sounds pretty bad.
But I like putting fish in people's houses.
I'm sure you do.
Like, where else do the fish go? Out in nature? No. Fish belong in someone's home, either causing property damage or being eaten. One of the two. Can't have both. I mean, you can have both, but, like, it's suboptimal. Also, what's a fish tank? Never heard of it.
I'm seeing a pretty strong vision here, but I'm gonna have to redo a lot of stuff, but I think it'll be way better.
Then do it. Make it happen. On a scale from 1 to vision, how strong?
46.
Wait, what'd you say?
46.
That's a good vision. It also didn't sound like you said 46, and I got very concerned.
What did you think I said?
I'll DM you. I don't know if you want me saying that on your
Oh.
stream.
Oh.
You like mumbled it, and it has
What
the same
the?
syllables.
Whoa!
Listen.
Whoa!
It had the same amount of syllables as 46. And you mumbled it, and it wouldn't surprise me with the way like half of our other conversations have gone this stream.
Whoa!
Because I did just say something stupid.
That's crazy. Crazy. You're not just homeless, you're crazy.
It comes with the territory. Okay, yeah. F3... When? I've not known this for my entire time playing. Hold up. Save and quit. I am getting to the bottom of this. When the heck was this added? This is going to bother me all night if I don't know. Pause menu Minecraft. Alright, there's a wiki page. Control F, F3 is not mentioned on the pause menu page on the wiki. Okay, what if I look up GUI? No. Fine. No. Okay. Search Minecraft for F3. Okay. The debug screen comes up, but... That's not part of the GUI. Not part of the debug. Debug hotkey? List of debug hotkeys. Okay. F3 plus escape, pause without pause menu. F3 view shows the client version. That's neat. F3S, dump dynamic textures. What? I'm giving this page a read through later. Okay, when was F3 escape added? Now toggles pause without pause menu 1.14.1 pre-release 1. That's been around for years. Huh. That's pre-COVID. Crazy. Okay, well, I learned something. That's incredibly niche knowledge. I'm gonna show that off to people to feel like I know more than them. Feed my massive ego. And you know it's massive. I look back at your stream and everything is flooded. Are you okay? What's going on?
I'm gonna flip the system because it'll fit better underneath the hilt than it's gonna be a lot of
out.
yeah, it's gonna be a lot of work. I'm gonna have to move literally everything a few blocks over. But that's okay. I think that this is for the best.
Mhm. A small price to pay for visual appeal.
Pretty much.
Wow! You have a pitcher pod in your inventory. Why?
Hi, Remy.
Remy! Hello, Remai Chucks. How you doing?
Trying to get in trouble with them, just say Remy Chew.
Is that not what it is?
Sure isn't.
No, we've had this conversation. We've had I had this conversation. It is Remy Chuck. I'm now remembering that Cryptidmon was a thing. And we had this talk while we were both in there. Look, Remy, I'm tired. It's 1:28 a.m. and I've been being called homeless for the last 2 hours. It takes a lot out of you. I say 2 hours. How long has your stream been going? 97 minutes. It's not that bad. Almost 2 hours, and I've been around for most of it. Scroll back up here. So Judge right now is contemplating his life's work by making it so that it looks better, which is kind of difficult because like it's made of fish and fish don't really look that good when they're making a farm. They look like screaming baby birds that are constantly dying. But you know, we've got to let Judge cook, and maybe, just maybe, it'll turn out tolerable. Who knows? Probably not. When has Judge ever cooked something good?
That's a crazy statement. You know how popular my food is?
That's why I said it. I know that it's very popular. I want to try it. You're telling me that you can make olives taste good. I need to see what this black magic is. The guardian noises are killing me, but it's kind of therapeutic in its own way. Eventually, any noise turns into white noise. As loud and annoying as it might be, if it's like consistent, screw you.
The CIA.
Just saw you turn it off.
The CIA disagrees with you, by the way. Not all white noise can turn in. Or not all noise can turn into white noise. They've tried.
Like, the one noise I see as the exception is like baby screams. I hate baby screams. That is the noise that will like actually paralyze me on the spot, regardless of how much I have to deal with it, like back at work. It was terrible. I hated it, every second of it, and I wanted to die. Yeah.
This is gonna be so much work. It's okay. I'm probably gonna do that tomorrow.
Have you considered child labor? Make Liam do it?
No.
But
maybe Liam can help me. Basically, I'll explain what I'm doing. So, the way that the system works right now, or it did before I like tore it down, and I tore it down for the sake of I want it to be better than it is. Okay, so the way the system was working was the guardians would fall through here, then they'd land right there, take a bunch of fall damage, and then they got pushed right here, right? So they fell into this block, and then they got pushed 1, 2, 3, basically.
Like right over those hoppers.
Yeah, it was 3 blocks, right? Now, I want to fit as much of this contraption underneath that tube as possible, because I'm making it look like a big old sword. Food can look amazing but taste terrible. I won't know until I personally try it. Well, thankfully there are people who have seen it and then also eaten it, and all of those people have said that my cooking is amazing. So,
What if people have eaten it but not seen it? What do they say?
I don't feed blind people.
Wow.
Anyway,
Like homeless people I get, but blind people.
so basically, because the fish land right there and they need to get pushed 3 blocks, if I do it on the other side, 1, 2, 3, they would be underneath this block. Whereas in the old contraption, they were underneath 1 more block out. So it just saves me a grand total of 1 block, which might sound like a really big commitment for a really small game, but like, look at how much of this is jutting out already, right? It jutting out 1 less, kind of huge.
Why can't you like just have them fall onto like the center hoppers? Like move the whole hopper system to the middle.
What do you mean?
So like your hoppers, like your whole sorting thing is like out to the side.
Yeah.
Right, like the spot where, because obviously the guardians like they get transported a couple of blocks before you stab them, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
until they're on top of the hoppers, so it goes into there.
Yeah.
Why not just like have the hopper stuff directly beneath them?
You need to have like scaffolding and then trap doors underneath them for the system. Like the blocks that they are next to, so that they can stack properly, is ladders. You can't. I mean, like I guess I could.
Yeah,
put
it's like you're preventing entity cramming is what you're doing.
Yeah. So like I could put hoppers like underneath the ladders, but the water is pushing the items to the left and right anyway, because I don't want all of the items to go into the same 4 hoppers. That would cause massive overflow. I want the items to get moved away, out of the way as quickly as possible.
Yeah, fair enough. Also, one of your cats is like experiencing a tragedy in the background.
That's Megatron.
So like, what's Megatron dealing with? What's this terrible, terrible thing that he has to?
She just screams, man.
She just screams. I get that. I feel that.
She just screams.
I took Miso for a walk like 2 times before winter.
Yeah.
And then part way through winter, something snapped in his head that he's like, I like going out on walks. Why haven't you been taking me in the freezing cold, Phantazap? And ever since that first time where he snapped, like, he just stands next to the front door and screams and like tries to break out and run over to like the nearby little dog park area that's at the apartment complex.
That's brilliant. What a guy.
He is a heinous hecking criminal. She just wants to be known. I love that for her. Fair.
Well, I'm gonna finish working on this either tomorrow or whenever I next stream this world. But the build is coming along pretty good. It's starting to look really good, really cool, I think, in my opinion.
Wahoo!
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Alright, so Judge, I'm going to need you to take those guardians and mail them to me. I'm hungry.
No. I don't send food to homeless people.
I dislike you. You're a bad friend.
I sure am. The funny thing is, I've actually given quite a bit of food to homeless people. Not
You are cutting out.
It's the
It must
funny
be because you're lying.
the funny part the funny part is I actually have given a decent amount of food to homeless people, not like directly I cook it and then carry it to somebody who's homeless, but like I've given to food banks
No,
quite
yeah.
a few times.
Like community service
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. Sorry, so let
Mhm.
me correct myself. I don't give food to homeless Fantazaps.
Ah. Well, shouldn't you just correct it to I don't give food to Fantasap?
No.
Like, I'm gonna go over there and you're gonna be like, okay, so Fantasap, while you're in this building, you can't eat. In fact, while you're in this state, you can't eat. In fact, die.
Do you
And
want me to
then
make
you
that
hit me with
correction
a
and then you
truck.
can't have food?
I don't want you to, but
Okay,
at this
then
rate,
we're
that's my
keeping
fear.
then we're keeping the statement I don't give food to homeless Fantazaps. When you're here, you won't be homeless anymore. So then you can have food. But right now, while you're homeless, nope.
I'm not homeless.
Prove it.
Yeah. I literally can. Lem-
Prove it.
I guess it's like dark. Where's my showing my camera and a flashlight? I'm in a home.
You broke into somebody's house? I'm calling the cops.
Do it. Maybe they'll feed me.
Where's my phone?
Prison food is something.
Alright, let's see here. Let's see. Okay. 911.
You just unlocked a trauma for me.
What's your what?
not like a trauma because it's more funny remembering it than like, oh my goodness, I'm terrified. But like you doing that reminded me of something I'd forgotten for a long time that like barely has anything to do.
Oh.
Like you making that joke.
Oh.
It's like nothing too bad. It terrified me when I was a kid. So, you know, like the Minecraft books, like the combat guides and all that.
Yeah.
So there was a kid on the bus when I was a wee little lad, like primary or elementary school, one of the two, right?
Okay, I love you.
And
Good night.
good night. There was a kid that had one of those, and like we were friends, and I liked Minecraft, so I asked if I could read it on the bus, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, sure. And so I was just enjoying it. And then some like older teenager kid that I think was like that other kid's brother was like, I can't believe you're stealing the book. I'm going to call the cops for you stealing or something like that. And they took out a flip phone and dialed, like they typed in something. I don't remember if it was 911, but they typed in something, and I started, like, flipping out.
Dang.
Because little kid me was like, what the heck? I was just reading it, and they were, like, insisting that they were gonna call the cops. And so, like, I had, like, a whole breakdown on the bus.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Like, it's funny to think about now. Because, like, if they did that, then like they would have gotten in trouble in a very bad way, I think.
Oh yeah.
Like I wasn't at any risk of anything, so it's not really like bad at all, but like I think I get to say a trauma because like you mentioning calling 911 brought up a long lost memory. You're
welcome.
Thanks.
Quite frankly, Fantazap, you deserve it. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Dang. I'll never read a Minecraft book again, I guess. Hi, Judd, and hi, Lego.
Hello, Lego.
I'm in a home doesn't convince me at all. Well, listen here, Remy Chew.
Whoa, you don't gotta
if that's where we're going.
You don't gotta pull out the slur, jeez.
Don't gotta pull out the hard chew.
The hard you.
Look, if this is how it's gonna be, I'm fighting fire with fire. I'm fighting fire with slurs, okay?
Dude, happy ghasts are just the best thing that has ever happened in Minecraft.
Yeah. It makes so much sense. Like they're Ghast's noise. They were just meows. They were just cat noises.
Well, if you know,
So like
there was an unused audio file for ghasts that was literally
like a
ghast
content noise, I think.
ghast underscore happy or something like that. There's something really
Happy
close to
a
that.
ghast.
So it's like
It's bowl of cereal time. I agree, Remy.
I'm about to.
Let me
But
check.
for me, it's bedtime.
Imagine sleeping should have been me. Hold up. Let me see if I can't find.
Hurry up! You have 14 seconds. Or I'm ending the stream.
I mean, you can end the stream. I just want to see
10
if I
seconds.
can't find the name of the sound. Sounds
5
like
seconds.
JSON, unused sound events. Expand.
0.1 seconds.
Well, it's not in there anymore.
0.01
Ghast
seconds.
affectionate screen. Ghast affectionate screen.
There
At
you
least
go.
that's what it was called on Bedrock.
Okay, guys. I'm ending. Thanks for tuning in.
Hi, ending. I'm homeless.
Bye, everyone.
Bye! Oh my goodness, it's the zombie pigman.
His name is Noodles.
His name is Noodles?
Yep.
Do they taste like noodles?
Nope.
Can I try? I'm
Nope.
hungry.
Oh,
I'm very hungry.
this might sound dramatic, but if I let you into my Minecraft world, if you like griefed me by killing Noodles,
I will never touch any of your
no,
mobs.
I'm just gonna I'm being so serious, and this might sound harsh, but if you were like as a joke, you like griefed Noodles, like you killed him, I actually would kick you out.
I kind of imagine, yeah.
He is family. Okay? You don't understand. If anything happened to that piglin, I would actually cry in real life. I would actually sob. He's been my he was my first friend on this save file, and has been for years. He's so important.
Like, I think you can make it sound a little bit less dramatic. And this is like the logic of which I'd be, you know what, fair enough. If I go there, you let me on here, and the first thing I do is like massively screw up stuff relating to like one of the things you've had going on for actual years, I think you'd have all the right to like kick me to the curb, right?
Yeah.
And I think coming in here and stabbing Noodles is just like the blatant sabotage. Like, what is the point other than being an actual prick? Looked up what the Guardian is based on. Its closest living distant relative. It's basically an underwater sandworm from Dune, and I'm not gonna sleep tonight. If Phantasap kills Noodles, I'm unsubbing. Good. That's what you should do if that happened. No, I'm not gonna kill Noodles. I'm just gonna make a better Noodles. I'm gonna make my own Temu brand Noodles.
His name is Spaghetti.
Exactly. They'll be part of the hit new hardcore world, Ocean Optional. I am going to do that. You cannot stop me.
Fun fact about Noodles, I've never even accidentally hit him. Which is honestly quite the feat with how much I've been around him. It's surprising I've never accidentally, I feel like everybody accidentally hits their mobs at some point. I've never accidentally hit Noodles. Never.
No, yeah. Like, either hitting, like, your pet mobs or hitting, like, another player, like, misclicks happen.
Yep. And I've
It'd
never
be really
actually
funny
hit
if you accidentally did that.
No. No.
Like, right this second.
No, it wouldn't. And I would, like, instantly panic and then hit him with harming pots to make sure that he gets that health back.
No, yeah. Hello, butter and beef. Hello, cheese and ramen.
That's the fam.
When you gonna make like a nether island, right? like a sanctuary for some of them.
Oh, they're all gonna live at different places in this monument. Kind of like how Noodles works the bar. They're all gonna have their set locations.
That's fair. We should have one live up at the Guardian thing.
I don't want to risk that because Guardians are aggressive to like everything. And one mistake could mean like everything.
Hold up, let me look that up. I don't think Guardians they're aggressive to all water mobs like squids,
Oh.
axolotls, dolphins, but they're not like a Johnny Vindicator type thing.
I don't trust Mojang.
It doesn't have to be one of them. Like you could just get a zombie piglin, have it be like a watchtower one atop the sword. I think that could be cool.
I'm gonna have villagers up there. I think they'll serve that purpose.
Okay.
Eventually gonna put
Switch mob with child, and that is a real conversion that happened somewhere in this. What are you talking about, Remy Chat? What? Okay, Judge, can you translate?
I've tried to understand that since it was sent, and I don't know what I don't know what blood is waffling about. Okay, I don't.
Yeah.
I have not a clue.
Can we like
switch
can we, like,
mob
shake
with
on
child,
this one, like,
and that is a
do a
real
truce.
conversion that's happened somewhere in this world. Sorry, I'm eating.
That doesn't help.
What? You know,
Conversation.
You know, I've
Switch mob with child. It's a real conversation. What kind of conversation are you having?
I've had a lot of cereal. Okay.
Uh-huh.
It's never made my spelling or grammar worse, ever. And I've eaten a lot of cereal. We're talking like I'm almost 29 years old. It's 29 years worth of eating cereal. Right?
Okay, but how much have you eaten in one sitting, right? Because maybe Remy's like 6 bowls down.
Four
right?
bowls. Four bowls. I don't think Remy's eaten 4 bowls. It hasn't been enough time. Remy could have drank 6 bowls of cereal, but that's not like enjoying it, right? And I think that Remy's.
Well, like you don't gotta enjoy it to like get the high, right?
I think Remy's the kind of person to enjoy the cereal. Well, now
That's
the context is gone. Yeah, that's.
I don't know if there was any context that would have made that work.
Yeah, no, it's like it's a likely story. Just like, well, conveniently,
the point of language is to
thing,
communicate. You just had a stroke.
Conveniently, the thing that existed that would have made my nonsensical point make sense, doesn't exist anymore. So, would you look at that? I can't explain to you why I said that thing that isn't a thing that should be said.
It made sense, like, when I sent the message. I read it when you sent the message, and you just sounded high off your rocker, Remy.
When you sent the message, it didn't make any sort of difference.
Alright, Remy, homework. Find the timestamp where you thought there was context, and then tell us what the heck you mean. And if you can still understand it, then you know what, props to you. And if not, then, like, skill issue.
No, it's fine. Whenever our stream ends, I'm calling Remy, because we usually talk at night. And I'm gonna make her explain it to me. I'm getting to the bottom of this mystery.
I mean, considering Remy said, well, the context is gone, instead of explaining it, I don't like your odds, bud.
No,
I don't know if you're gonna get a good answer.
Remy's gonna hate that I'm saying this out loud, especially on stream, but it's okay. I'm gonna say it anyway. I'm really good at making Remy, like, commit to saying something. I will get the context.
At least tell me what the context is if you get it. Can we shake on that? I gotta know.
If it makes sense to me, I'll share, yeah.
If it doesn't make sense, what happens? Because I'm gonna die of curiosity.
Fine, oh my god. You can tell me later. I'm gonna end stream. Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Good night,
Wait,
everyone.
Remy
Good
has the
quote.
quote. Wait.
No,
We gotta see.
No, I gotta.
We gotta see. Judge.
Okay, I'm gonna call them
Judge, I'm
anyway.
about to become homeless. I gotta know.
I'm gonna
Let
call
me
them
have
anyway.
this.
I literally want to end stream. It's almost 3 a.m. and I work tomorrow. I'm going. Bye,
Good to
everyone. Bye, everyone. Bye. I'll see you either tomorrow
Bye.
or in a few days. We'll finish the sword. It's gonna be cool. Thanks, everyone. Good night. Bye. Take care.
Good
Peace.
night.